Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, the Akani. If you're new on here, thank you so much for stopping by. I love you so much. Mwah. And if you're a returning subscriber, now I heal pass. Thank you so much for sticking with your girl. Anyway, guys, today I'm here to talk about something that is very personal to me, and it's dealing with grief. If as you can already see from the title, so I'm not going to beat about it. I'm just going to get right into it today. Okay. For those who don't know, I lost my dad in March. Yes, I lost my dad in March, and it was somehow. Why I use the word somehow is it's true that everybody will die at the end of the day, and even when people are old, especially people that are dear to us, we don't still want to think of when they will die and how we will deal with it. But it will happen. It happens, and it happened to me. So I lost my dad. My dad was like 80, 82 or 83. So he wasn't a young boy. You get, he was an old man. And he had been dealing with a lot just before his death. But it still came as a shocker to me. Those who know me know that I love my mom, but I love my dad so much. He pampered me when we were growing up. In fact, I would say that I'm his favorite. I was his favorite child. Don't tell my other siblings, but yeah, my dad loved me so much, and I loved him so much. So it came as a shocker to me. I was at work the day before he died, and we're all just praying that he will be okay, he'll be fine. And by the next day, I heard he had died on that day, but like they didn't want to tell me. They wanted to make sure that I'll be a lot more calm, like when I'm just waking from sleep and my mind is not really on it. I haven't really called to say, oh, how is he doing? And all of that. So it was just early in the morning, like around 6. In fact, it was my husband that woke me up that my sister wanted to speak with me. Oh, no, no, no. My sister called me. Yeah, my sister called me directly and then she told me. So I'm just going to explain how, to deal with the grief of a loved one. And I feel like the first thing, how I dealt with it was, I know this might sound cliche, but to just remind myself that God always has a reason why certain things happen at certain time, and He has gone to a better place. So I kept telling myself that over and over and over again that God had a reason. He has gone to a better place. He will no longer be suffering. Even though we here on earth we can feel sickness, can feel sadness. My dad will not be feeling that anymore. He's free from all the things of the world. So anyway, that's a good thing for him. Even though it hurts that he's gone. And then I think another thing that helped me in dealing with his grief was speaking with my family members about the wonderful things that he had done and about, what he just means to us. So I was on the phone with my sister, and then, we'll just remember him, like the way he will talk about certain things, the mannerisms he will make, even my kids, they just kind of, they will now start reminding me of him. And, in all those things, I was just finding comfort and some like solace to just know that he was a good man. There were so many testimonies from people saying that he was a great man, how he impacted their lives, and I feel like that just really helped me to also deal with it. Another thing that helped me to deal with his death was, um, I would say, taking walks. Sometimes being, I know that it's hard to push yourself to that point to, like, just take a walk, go outside, take some fresh air. But being inside the house can be very depressing. You will start to think about a lot of things. You just lie down. You want to start feeling sorry for yourself, in situations like that. But taking a walk, the fresh air alone is enough to, like, help you in some way, if you permit me to put it like that. Just take a walk, breathe in nature, and it will just help you to feel wonderful, about life, and then about the situation in general. And I know that these things may have worked for me, but people are different. But I feel like number one that I said is like the most important. Just know that God has a reason and that He's in a better place, or that your loved one is in a better place. And I feel like That was the biggest thing that helped me to just get into 10 weeks. Oh, this thing has finally happened. I know it has just it has just happened. He's in a better place. He won't suffer anymore. He will not be sick anymore. This or that will not happen to him. He's just good. He's fine now. And he's free. And I think that made me in myself free from the grief. And I think my final point here would be to give yourself time. Okay. Maybe because of my beliefs and my conviction, it has been easier for me to come to term with the grief earlier than it would take others. For some other people, it might take longer, like way longer. So please be patient with yourself and give yourself time. I'm an advocate for not comparing your journey to another person's journey. I know that there are things called healthy comparison where you have people that maybe you call them role models and they're achieving things and you're happy for them and you genuinely want to see yourself on that level with no envy and no jealousy at all. Okay. But please, on this journey of grief, I would advise that even healthy competitions, please don't compare yourself to anybody. Take as much time as you need. Some people can, come to terms with it in a day. Some people need 1 week. Some people need 1 month. Some people need 1 year. Some people even need 10 years, okay, to come to terms with it. But don't let your grief eat into you, that it turns into, you being depressed, wanting to move on with life. Just think of how that person will want you to be. I think that's another thing that helps. I just thought of how will my dad want me to be in this time? What will my dad want for me? He will understand that, I'm sad with his passing, but he will not like me to remain the way that I am. He will want me to be happy with life. He will want me to continue with life. And I think that your loved one or the person that you're grieving over will want the same for you. So take your time, but don't lose yourself in the process, okay? It's okay to grieve, but don't lose yourself in the process. It's it's um it's always darkest before the dawn. I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. So also keep that in mind. The days will get better. The days will get easier. Okay, you will get to a point where you will think of them and cry, but then you will get to a point where you will think of them and you will laugh because all you're thinking about are the memories and they're just so fun. And then you just understand and you'll just find peace in that moment and you know that, oh, I've overcome this grief. So yeah, we've come to the end of this talk today, guys. So if you're anybody you're passing through grief, I hope that you've learned something from this video. And if you know somebody passing through grief and you know that this video might help them, please share them this video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.